idea how much.
All right, we're on the last one, and what we're doing here is a little different. Obviously, we're going with this buff because it's fire based.
I've got your back.
Do you
We've
want me
already
to?
used Dylan in the other one, so
You
here,
want me to wear
let's go here
this?
and look at his build.
What? Did you get in
50%,
trouble with
50-ish
someone?
percent crit rate isn't too bad. Crit damage 150. The thing is, let's just round it up to 50. He's at 50% crit rate. Here in his skill, he gives himself like 10% crit chance somewhere. If I can find it, trust me, it's there somewhere. Maybe it's not there. Maybe I'm crazy. I don't know, man. Oh, here it is. While in the multiple edge state, which she should be all the time, his crit rate is increased by 10%. So right now he's at 50 plus 10%. He's at 60. Plus I'm running him on Yishuan's weapon, which is another 20. So he's at 80. So 80% isn't too bad, right? I'll take it. I'm fine with that. 80% crit rate. This gear is kind of wacky. This is really kind of the best I can do for him. Ideally, you can put on Yishuan's 4-piece on him, but it's not super useful because when using EX special, chain attack, or ultimate, the reason this is good on Yishuan is because Yishuan can spam out her EX special 3 times, and this you can stack this up to 3 times. So Yishuan can spam this out, her EX special a lot. Manato can't do that. Yeah, so unfortunately, he can't maintain this at full stacks. Is it still probably best, even if he can't maintain it at full stacks? Yeah, it probably is still the best thing he can wear. However, I don't know. I'm just not gonna, it's not that important to me. I'm just gonna run it on. I just run him on this. Bunch of decent pieces on him. Keeps him pretty high statted. What else? So yeah, these are his skill ups. His main thing is this, and probably his ult. These two, because the ult has the chain attack as well. So out of that, this is what I would recommend is just these two. But I don't want to spend any more hamster wheels on him. Yeah, I only have 2. I need those for Yexing Wang. So anyway, this is what I'm going with on here. So he's our frontliner. Second, obviously, we're bringing in Pan Yinhu.
Do you want me to? Are we heading out? Let me pack
And
some
then
food.
lastly,
I am
we're
the
bringing
eye of
in
Sniper Trigger.
Trigger. The
Standing
thing
by.
is, Trigger obviously doesn't like her passive, her
I've got your
core
back.
passive, whatever, doesn't trigger because it needs an attacker or an electrical, which obviously he fits neither. However, the thing is, her off-field stun capability, first of all, is already so good. Second of all, second of all, she gives out, because I have this as well, 20% extra. She gives out a 55% damage buff for the duration of the match. So
I
it's
am
kind of
the
hard
eye
to
of
like
Global.
deny that. It's just too good to pass up. I think, how do I, let's see. We can't really use him, can we? Because yeah, 2 fires. So we're just gonna go with this guy. Yeah, that's that, I guess. Let's just give this a shot. I've fought him before using this team, so I kind of know we can hit 20, but I don't use Manato enough to like be super proficient. I have to kind of get back into the flow of it. So let's see what we can do. Of course, before you do anything, you need to come over here and do this. This is one of the things that puts me off using Manato so much. I don't think you could probably stop here, but I don't know. I just kind of go all the way.
I'll take point. The melody of combat. Recalibrating.
Basically, you just want to spam this out as much as humanly possible. I messed up here.
Press the advantage.
You have to like double chain attack with him.
Together,
Ult here.
we'll ignite your edge.
do this, and then we go into this, and then we just beat him up. Just wail on him.
Adjusting for wind. This bullet will reach its mark.
Ult here. There we go. So now we do this. Then we do this. We get 2 chain attacks. Now we get to do this. Hopefully we get 2 of these. There we go. You want to EX special as much as you can to try to get this off.
Target locked.
See if we can stun him here. There we go. Oh, we got it without the ult. Not that it's better or worse. The ult here. So we got the 20. Relatively easy. I don't have like the skill or like the build. To hit higher, like super. I think after some grinding, I might be able to hit like 25 or whatever. I think we got, what did we get, 22? So there you go. I mean, Manato's fun to play, but his multipliers aren't there, you know. He's just good because he's he can penetrate defense 100%, so it makes him better than what's her name? It makes him better than Soldier 11 currently. Will Soldier 11's buffs really like throw him overboard? I don't know. I'm not sure. Obviously, it's kind of hard to gauge that. But you know, whatever. It's a shame we're not at the triple or the, I guess, the 9-star club. Like I said, I think I got this here. I need to practice more and get down there. Like I said, I haven't fought Butcher in forever, and the health scaling I think has really thrown him through the roof there. But that's it for this rotation. Fortunately, we had the units for this. Manato, he'd probably benefit. I think what I could do, maybe, I don't know if it's better or worse, but I think Manato would probably do a little better with Pan Yinhu, like Manato, Pan Yinhu, and Dylan. But I don't know, especially because like one of the things with Dylan and Yishuan is like it's hard to fit all 3 ults in one stun window. But if you're down to just 2 ults like Manato during the stun window, I think you're maximizing your efficiency that way a little more, right? But regardless, this is kind of a tough one because ice and physical, he's a stun related. He's not very anomaly focused. And I don't have any ice, and the only physical I have is anomaly. Again, enemy resistance is physical, but I think we can make this. You know, we're getting close here. And this one, obviously, you know, a 4-star is the best I have here. And then we're also physical weak or resistant, which the little Bang Boo and Pen Yinhu are, which neither of them do very much damage. It's okay that they're like that. But yeah, so that's kind of that. Not a whole lot else. What's the next thing that's coming up? I don't know what the next thing that's coming up. But anyway, we're still saving best we can for Dylan, or not for Yexing Wang. It'll be 4 days before she leaves, and then Ban Yue comes, and he'll be here for like 2 weeks or 3 weeks. And then Yexing Wang will be here, and she'll probably be here for like a month or so. So hopefully, I can pull her. Is the bottom line. Don't have high hopes right now. I've got what 40 pulls plus signal shop. I've got 3 from the signal shop. 45-ish pulls in total. By the time she comes around, by the time Ben Yue's banner ends, I might have somewhere like 60 pulls. But I'm kind of looking at this from the worst case scenario is I'm going to have to pull. I need 90 to get the 50 to lose the 50-50, and then another 90 to try to to hit the 5-star. So it's 180 pulls, and then I also need her weapon, which is another 80. So it's what 260 pulls. Clearly, I don't think it's gonna happen, but it's just what it is, With any luck, hopefully we get her early. It'd be nice to get her in like the first multi, and then the rest can go to her weapon, and then we're all gravy after that. But I don't think that's gonna happen, unfortunately. Whatever. Either way, Dylan turned out to be a lot better than I thought she was, and she's a lot of fun too. She's not just like, for those of you on this channel, you know that I don't just pull units because of how powerful they are. I like to, I like to pull units for how fun and interesting their kits are. And Dylan turned out to be pretty interesting. Trying to maximize how to do all 3 ults, and it spent a lot of time kind of figuring that out. And I'm still figuring it out. I don't know, like it's hard to like what's the best rotation for her. I'm sure someone out there, like if you watch a guide on her, like they'll tell you what the best rotation is on her, but I don't know. It's fun to figure out stuff on your own. But anyway, that's it for this week. Hopefully later on I'll have the video showcasing Bringer at least hitting 20. I've been really bad about the follow-up videos. Like I'll do the first runs, but the follow-up videos I've been kind of lazy about doing them. Mainly because like they don't feel optimized enough. Like let's say I do Wandering Hunter and I keep practicing. It's not gonna feel very optimal just because Manato kind of sucks. You know what I mean? Like when I did those, they were like Jane, and I was like, dude, look at this. I mastered Jane's rotation on this, and like her timings for everything, and making sure her meter's up for the entire fight. So I used to do follow-ups when it's like, look at this. I mastered how to do this, and you guys can see, try to take some of this and use it in your gameplay. What's her name? Sambi is another example of like how like expert all the timings have to be, and it's like, my gosh, look at this. I've got this down to a science, right? So anyway, that's kind of the whole point of that. But yeah, like I said, hopefully I can showcase the Bringer, and I think for sure I'm gonna get the 9 stars. I think there's no doubt about it. It's just this one's been more of a struggle because of how like my roster's not set up for this. Again, after we get what's her name, Yexing Wang, she's gonna cover this, so she's gonna be there. I'm probably gonna move Yixuan to this, and she'll cover that, and then something will be over here. This will be a while before I have some kind of other anomaly unit that isn't physical, because first of all, we don't have, like, we're moving away from an anomaly meta right now. Like we had anomaly, the last anomaly unit that came out was probably Vivian for a while. Let's go look at the board, shall we? Yeah. I think Vivian was the last anomaly unit. No, it was Alice. So Alice came out, was the last anomaly unit that was dropped. After that, and this, she dropped after Yixuan, right? But Yixuan had already begun the shift into like, oh, look at these rupture agents. So we're in the middle of that, and now we're shifting probably back into attack meta. So it's gonna be a while before we have more anomaly units. And the other problem is, none of the anomaly units are interesting to me outside of Jane, right? Because where is she? I mean, for one, Yanagi's fine. No one can hate Yanagi. She's really good. But I personally don't like. I'm not gonna pull for her because I don't find her kit super interesting right now. Maybe later I will, but right now I just don't care. Bernice is another anomaly unit, but she's basically she basically operates in the same role that Vivian does. It's like a support to a main anomaly unit. So having her and Vivian on the same team, I don't know how that's gonna play out. And that's it. Like that's all the anomaly units. Again, you can get Alice, but Alice is just she's gonna fulfill the same role that Jane does. She's just a better Jane. So I don't know. And then on top of that, we have Miyabi, which I'm not gonna pull for Miyabi regardless. So anomaly is an interesting place. I think after Yexing Wang comes out, we start seeing a revival of attack meta for a little bit. Maybe some more interesting attack units come out. And then we'll start seeing anomaly back up again, where it's like, oh, here's a bunch of interesting units, right? So that's kind of the main thing. My question is, what element do I want to see as like a main element? Because again, right now the main drivers, not only that, but like we have Alice, Piper, and Jane as on-field anomaly drivers, and they're all physical. Like, why does physical take up so much? What's the word? Of the roster. Electric, there's only one electric anomaly unit that's a main unit, right? He's not a support. Vivian is a support ether. Bernice is a support or a secondary fire. But we don't have like a main fire. We don't have a main ether. We kind of have a main ice, but like anomaly, she's just like, she's not dedicated anomaly, right? That's not her main thing. It's just that she can do everything, right? So it's just interesting. We have all this resources wasted on 3 main assault drivers, like physical anomaly drivers, but like the entire roster of anomaly main units is kind of lacking. But you know, whatever. Anyway, that was kind of a long rant, but point is we got this done. So see you guys in the next one, and hopefully the next one should theoretically be me showing off Bringer with Jane. Again, it's mainly just Vivian that's carrying, because everything Jane does is like being nerfed through the roof. And not only that, but Yuzuha is being nerfed through the roof. So it's all just it's all just Vivian carry right now, which is hilarious to me, but it is what it is. Anyway, I'll see you guys in the next video.